After more than a month of heated healthcare town halls, Congress returns to Washington. In this week's Look Ahead, CQ reporters give you the inside scoop on the big stories they'll be following.
President Obama is going up to Capitol Hill on Wednesday to address a joint session of Congress and, we think, fill in some more details about what he really hopes to accomplish in an overhaul of the healthcare system.
Whether or not that new system will include a public insurance option is something many Americans hope the president will address.
Well, we need to find out about this public option. It has gotten outsized importance in this debate, and they don't have the votes for the public option in the Senate. They may never have had the public votes, but now the president's top aides like David Axelrod and his proxies are just about going up to the point where saying we can't make this work anymore, we need to consider some fallbacks. It'll be interesting to see how direct the president is addressing this political reality.
With healthcare consuming the bulk of Washington's attention, other top legislative issues will have to wait.
Senator Boxer announced that they're going to put off their plans to introduce a climate change bill in the Senate, which would be following House action on climate legislation during the summer. They had planned to introduce a Senate bill right after they got back from recess. Now it's not going to be until sometime later in September.
Democratic leaders will use the time to build support for the bill, which faces an uphill battle in the Senate.
The Senate bill is supposed to be similar to the House bill. It will be more difficult to pass because the Senate needs 60 votes, so that means eventually they may need to make various changes to try and get that supermajority. What those changes are yet, it's really not clear.
Hampering the Democrats in both of these efforts is the loss of Ted Kennedy's vote. A special election to fill the seat is set for January 2010. But Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick is seeking to appoint an interim replacement.
They're holding a hearing on Wednesday in the state legislature. It's the Committee on Election Laws is holding a public hearing to discuss a proposal that would change the law and allow for a governor to appoint an interim appointee. One of the key points of contention is whether or not they can prevent the appointee from actually running in the special election. That was one of Senator Kennedy's requests, and that's one of the things that the governor and others are concerned about, is whether or not they can prevent someone from actually running. The idea is they want someone who will just serve in the interim and not get some sort of political advantage from serving that interim appointment and then jumping in the special election race. But there's a lot of legal debate about whether or not that's possible. So that's going to be something that's hashed out on Wednesday.
Follow all of these stories and more at cqpolitics.com.